All right, everyone, how's it going? My name is Christopher, and welcome back to another NASCAR 21 Ignition video. This is the second Dev Diary. I know I haven't posted anything like from the first one to the second one of the Dev Diaries for NASCAR 21. Been very, very busy, and I wish I can produce more videos, but I just don't have the time to. But uh, there are videos planned this week. I am getting some free time, so you guys will get to see that. So yeah, this is the second Dev Diary, which talks about the track. So I have this bit muted, so when it flashes NASCAR 21 Ignition, I'll mute it. But yeah, let's see what Motorsports Games has for the tracks now.
Hello and welcome to part.
All right, right off the bat, that is the lighting actually looks pretty damn good. It shows Bristol, which is actually even more better. I love Bristol. I think pretty much everybody loves Bristol. Um, yeah, the lighting looks really, really good. I like the detail on some of the sponsors that you never get to see when you're going around the racetrack. So, like right here and then these here. I like that. I really do like that. Attention to detail.
Two of our three-part series on creating NASCAR 21 Ignition. Last time we looked at the cars in the game, but what use would they be without some digital asphalt to drive on?
Got a
Complete
point.
with the official tracks from the 2021 NASCAR Cup Series schedule, each one was built from the ground up so players get the most up-to-date and realistic experience when behind the wheel. Let's take a
Good. That is very, very good. If they say they made it from the ground up, it looks like that they're making it from the ground up, and that's what I love to hear. That's something NASCAR Heat did, and then come to find out that they didn't build it from the ground up. But it seems like that here, with what they're showing, they are building it from the ground up, so I can appreciate that.
quick look at two tracks that joined the NASCAR calendar in 2021, Nashville and Circuit of the Americas.
I'm actually really curious on Circuit of the Americas because we all know F1 raced there by quite a bit from 2012 to I think this season, I believe. If they might not even be able to, but now next season they're going to go to Miami, and it looks like NASCAR's taking over COTA. But yeah, I'm curious how COTA is going to play out in this game. I'm wondering how it looks. Nashville already looks sick from the first and second videos that we've watched, the initial trailer and the first Dev Diary. So it's getting better.
We brought in a professional track scanning company to get the most data possible. This scan information is the basis of our process of building.
That pit road. I know that Circuit of the Americas with that pit road because there's no other NASCAR track on the schedule that has a pit road like that.
Building the track for the game. It can show us every scratch and scuff in the asphalt, every rivet in the
Woo! Wait.
barriers, even the texture.
Woo! That is fucking beautiful. Look at that. Look at the texture of the grass, the bump. Holy shit, this looks beautiful.
Of the paint
and we're only in the first corner.
On the wall. This information fuels the first step of the process, building the physics.
You got like the big background area right here. I like, that they're keeping that in just like F1 did it. I like that.
Mesh so the cars react to every bump on the track. From there,
Good.
The production is a little more traditional, creating the surfaces and walls, then the infield and outfield, then dressing everything with props and a crowd to make it all feel real. From the garage to victory lane, NASCAR 21 Ignition brings your favorite tracks to life with every inch being recreated in incredible detail. While the scanning data can show us so much, we needed to see.
I know this is just scanning, but when I look at this, I just see like so much effort, I'd have to say, went into this one track. I'm only focusing on Circuit of the Americas for whatever reason, but the reason why is because this is like the longest track out of any NASCAR track on the schedule. Talladega, I believe, is like a close second. This track was built for Formula One, and it's now for NASCAR, but the fact that when I look at this track, and I remember from F1, I just remember like how much they had to go into making this track. And now with NASCAR going here, I can appreciate Motorsports games a hell of a lot more because they're doing the same thing and putting a lot of attention to detail into Circuit of the Americas. And I hope to God that it runs like Circuit of the Americas and not any... I'd say I want it to run like just Circuit of the Americas, like not the Formula One version, but how NASCAR does it. Because it seems like when NASCAR ran here, they had a tough time around here. I'm hoping that's what it is. You have a tough time around here, and that's what I want.
See how the tracks actually look so we could represent them in-game as accurately as possible. Our art team went out to the track and took thousands of reference photos. So
yeah, that uphill right there. God damn, do I love it.
They had the best idea of where certain elements of the track were, such as billboards, sponsor decals, and even the placement of buildings. And when at COTA, our artists were working while the NASCAR Cup Series drivers were doing their test sessions. It takes months to get real-life track data converted into a completed track you see in a video game, and not every circuit is the same. So
you see, like, I can understand this because it's kind of the same thing with F1 at the moment. Because F1, well, Codemasters and EA, they're making 3 other tracks for the game. And this actually kind of, the statement this guy made actually kind of fit, not kind of, but it actually fits into what Codemasters and EA are dealing with right now with Imola, Portugal, and Saudi Arabia for F1. Like, it takes months to, like, get the pictures of the track and try to, like, get the drivers to drive the track like they would in real life, and have the same thing for the player, like have them feel the track. And I feel like in F1's case, it's the same thing. They want to do that. They want to make it picture perfect and not like cutting corners or anything like that. That's what I appreciate about both NASCAR 21 Ignition so far, and now that I've heard that statement, I can appreciate Codemasters and EA a hell of a lot more for those 3 tracks, especially. I missed the spacebar.
Some may take longer than others to produce. COTA, for example, took longer to complete than Nashville due to its size.
Yeah, he's about to say it, but COTA is so fucking big. I said it earlier. It is so goddamn big. It takes forever. It probably takes more than just a few months. This fucker probably took like 5 months, probably more than 5 months to just get down and code it into the game. Like, that is how big this goddamn track is. It is so unbelievably fucking huge.
Size and complexity to get every detail right. While
Yeah.
everything so far sounds pretty complicated and difficult to do, not saying it isn't, but it's not the most challenging thing we came up against in the process of creating these tracks. NASCAR tracks and events feature sponsors and branding all over the place, and these change as the season goes on. So
Yeah, I feel for the Heat games, they didn't really like... I feel like 704, when they did make the Heat games, because apparently they're not making this game and it's just Motorsports games. When 704 made the Heat games, I feel like they didn't like put a whole lot of attention to detail into like this right here, which is like adding in the sponsors and whatnot. That's just my opinion. I feel like, I don't know what, maybe it's just my memory, but I feel like in the Heat games, they didn't put a whole lot of attention to detail to these sponsors, and they kind of just left it out. Again, what I've said before, they kind of cut corners to get the game out, and it kind of frustrates me because they shouldn't have to do that. If there's attention to detail on the track, then you feel like you're actually racing on that track. If there's not a whole lot of attention to detail, then what the hell's the point?
feature sponsors and branding all over the place, and these change as the season goes on. So sometimes we don't have much time to get the placements and logos changed, so that's quite the challenge for our art team to come up with.
I'm already seeing one problem, and it's actually where my fucking mouse cursor is over. The Blue Emu Maximum Pain Relief 500 at Martinsville. I don't know if that's how it actually is in real life, how it kind of bleeds into Maximum Pain Relief, but I feel like because the Maximum Pain Relief is on its own goddamn banner, the fucking Blue Emu Maximum Pain Relief should be on its own banner, but it's bleeding into the next one, so I hope... Well, not hope, but I'm guessing they're going to change that because, oh my god, my OCD gets triggered every time I see something like that. Just, ugh.
But they've done some stellar work. That's
they
our
have.
look at how we built the tracks for NASCAR 21 Ignition. Which track are you most looking forward to race on? Let us know in the comments, and be sure to stick around for our final chapter of our Dev Diary series, where we'll be looking at the people who make NASCAR 21 Ignition what it is. See you next time.
Ooh. All right. Got some Bristol gameplay. Okay. A lot to go over. I know I kind of explained a little bit in it, a little bit of it in this video, but I mean, I guess going back to like here and whatnot, or maybe a better image of COTA. Let's see here. If I can find a better, yeah, right here, the front straightaway. Let me get a good. There we go. So the one thing that I've seen from this video, excuse me, is that they've definitely put a lot of time and effort into making this game as making these tracks, excuse me, as realistic as possible, and actually have you feel like you are racing on said track, and not just like having a track that doesn't really feel like you're racing on it for real. And I'm gonna use this argument for as long as I possibly can, but in the NASCAR Heat games, Phoenix was stupidly overpowered for the AI, and it did not feel like you were racing for reals on that track. It did not feel like it. And the reason why is because the AI were like 20 to 30 miles per hour faster than you. They arced every corner perfectly. No mistakes were made. All the while you're trying to keep up with them, and you're not able to go as fast as them. So then you have to like go on the internet and find a setup, excuse me, that can actually compete with that. Like it didn't like with like a default setup, like it did not feel like you were out there for reals. It just felt like an unfinished part of the game. And I hope for this game that Phoenix is not stupidly broken. I'm just hoping no track is stupidly broken. I want all the tracks in the game, and I'm pretty sure everyone else does. I want all the tracks in the game to actually feel like I'm racing in them for reals. Like this dude is saying, we have that ability, well, not ability, but when we get the game, we'll actually feel like we're racing in it for reals. And I hope that's what it is, because I've just been disappointed with the Heat games because it doesn't feel like you're racing in there for reals. You just feel like you're slower. You don't feel like you're keeping up with them, and you feel like an even worse version of Rick Ware racing. Even times you couldn't even keep up with Rick Ware racing half the damn time. That is how broken the Heat games were. It wasn't because of how bad the player was. It was because of how bad the Heat games were. And I don't know. I'm really hoping that no track is stupidly broken. We have a shot of, Charlotte right here. Here's Phoenix. I like this, the attention to details here, and here as well. And let's see. Oh yeah, back to this. I'm really hoping this gets moved over to here. I don't know if that's how it actually is in real life, but if it is, it gets a pass. But I don't know. But then we have Charlotte Roval bit, I guess. Well, kind of. We back it up here. Yeah, you can see that this car. I can't really make out what number that is. Oh, the 15, James Davison. He didn't I can't tell if he came out of Pear Road or if he came out of the road course section, but yeah, he definitely came out of the road course section. Then you got Daytona here, looking pretty sexy looking. You got more Secret of the Americas with Denny Hamlin, and yeah, it definitely looks pretty good. This is Bristol, showing a little bit of gameplay of Bristol. Make a little bit of contact over there with Kurt Busch and Martin Truex Jr. I didn't actually see that. Look up here with Denny Hamlin, and I think that's Cody Ware up there. When we get to that, yeah, right here. Look up here for a second. Hey, you can kind of tell how he dipped down and then went back up the track. I actually kind of like that. I like when that's probably something like the AI are probably gonna do quite a bit. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. And apparently there's another video I haven't watched yet, but it's the Daytona one, which I guess I can react to. We can see how it. I think it's at like actual gameplay at Daytona. So yeah, but for this one, I'm liking what it's look. I'm loving the looks. This right here looks pretty nifty. It looks beautiful as all hell. You can see the sunset. You can see the sun over here, right here. I don't know if you'll be able to still see the moon. That is something we've been trying to see is the goddamn moon. I don't know if it's gonna be a thing in this game, but yeah, I'm liking this so far, and I think when this game comes out worldwide on whatever day, because I can't remember it. It's not saying either, but whenever it comes out, I'm hoping that, it actually plays pretty damn well. But yeah, it's not. It looks like they put a lot of effort into it, and I can appreciate that. Alright, so we got another video. This is early gameplay. The COTA 0400 at Daytona. I wasn't actually able to react to this, again, because I was busy. But a lot of other people did. So, I thought I'd react to it now and give you guys my opinion on it and see what it looks like. So, let's see what we're dealing with. Engine sound is better than Heat. The Heat games, that's pretty good. Okay. Got the drafts. Sucking up really. It is basically like real life, where you suck up to the guy in front of you pretty quickly and whatnot. Seems like you're able to like actually follow them. There's a big sunset over there. So this is BJ McLeod, I believe. Yeah. Just going around Daytona. You can actually turn it down just a tiny bit more. Not that much. And, yeah, okay. I'm actually liking how this already looked, even though I'm, like, very, very late reacting to this bit. But, you know what? I think, all this looks pretty damn good. It looks like they're actually putting focus into the fucking game rather than just lying blatantly. Hopefully it doesn't happen when it actually releases. But from the looks of it, they're putting a lot of time and effort into this game. So yeah, I'm loving it so far. I'm not going to get too hyped. I'm going to stay in between being critical and excited about the game, or disappointed and excited about the game. I'm staying in the middle. I'm neutral right now about it. But all in all, everything looks cool, and it's actually going to be pretty fun when we get to play NASCAR 21 Ignition. This obviously is a work in progress, so for anyone saying that this looks like shit, it's a work in progress, so fuck off. So, yeah, that is both the Dev Diary number 2 and gameplay at Daytona. Even though I'm late, as always. But yeah, I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe, hit notification down below for more. More F1 2021 will be coming out. I'm hoping that at some point this month, since it is September, that they will release the tracks like Imola, Portugal, and Saudi Arabia. And finally, I'll get to the F1 2021 My Team aspect, My Team mode of the game. So, that's basically it. And, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, leave a like, subscribe down below for more. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone, and goodbye.